The geographics of Claremont is such that it is a metaphysical vortex. It's no accident you have all these colleges in such a small space. A lot of times when I do these readings, it's really in their best interest to move on most of the time. However, me coming in here, I immediately go, whoa, respect the presence here. It's meant to stay. It's absolutely harming nobody. It's only benefiting people. So it's here for a reason. It's here to maintain its vision. It doesn't want to go anywhere.
Would you just look at this place? Birds chirping, sun shining. It's gorgeous. No one would ever suspect that it is haunted as fuck.
I feel like all the ghost stories kind of happen around Toll because it was like the first building on Scripps.
Yeah.
And for a while it was the whole Scripps College, so like that's where all the history is.
I know on the third floor there's supposedly a nice ghost, but she always slams the bathroom doors. I don't know much else. I know someone jumped off one of the balconies on the second floor and killed themselves.
The weird thing is that there's like no record of these things.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is the college covering it up?
Right.
You know, or is it just myth? You know, is it
Yeah.
just like Scripps urban legend? Let's talk about what type of things we want to ask Judy.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I don't know much about the stories. Like, is it something that's to be feared, or are these like fun legends and there's like cute spirits?
She'd be like, let's separate myth, like urban legend, from fact.
Yeah,
right?
and maybe she can tell us some really good facts because she knows dates and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's start there.
Dorsey and Toll actually seem to have the most. And in Toll, it does seem to be the browsing room, and there are several people have been just sitting and heard noises outside and have opened the door and there's been no noise. It's a lot of furniture moving and people talking like a party's going on. And there is no party. There's no party. There's no one outside when they open the door. But the blue chaise longue is theoretically there. It is haunted by the spirit of a young woman who wanted to attend Scripps, and she passed away before she was able. She had some sort of childhood disease or late childhood disease, and so she died. And her mother was distraught, but she also wanted to pay tribute to the daughter. So she gave. This is the story. She gave this elongated chair to the college. They put it in the Toll browsing room, and the spirit of the young woman came along with it. I always try to relate ghosts at Scripps to real events or real people because, well, first of all, it informs whoever's listening about the history of Scripps. But Toll is really a very special place because it's named after Eleanor Joy Toll, if you've ever lived there and seen the name across the entry. Eleanor Joy Toll was a woman who lived in Glendale. She was very active in the community. She had been a teacher before she had, I think, 4 or 5 sons. She raised them, and at her home she had a series of workshops for women to gain parenting skills, essentially, and it was a model for a program that was later adopted by the U.S. Department of whatever became education. And in any case, she was very well known. She was prominent. She had been talked about as a candidate for the House of Representatives, and she was the first woman asked to be a member of the first Scripps Board of Trustees. That was in late 1925. They knew then that there was going to be a college, but there was nothing here. But all the board who had been invited to join was coming out to Claremont for a meeting in February 1926. And a day before that first meeting, Mrs. Toll died of a heart attack in Glendale, not here at Scripps, but in Glendale. So the possibility that Mrs. Toll's spirit came to Scripps, she was never able to come herself or to have any influence while she was living on the college, but she decided to come later and stay. and stay and stay.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's really a very interesting kind of, And if you believe, I don't know whether you guys believe in ghosts or not. I always say I don't. But I do believe in spirits hanging around a place.
So we are researching some mediums online. So maybe we could look for like I don't even know what to search. Mediums
In the LA area?
in the LA area. Let's see.
Yelp?
Mind-blowing accuracy. She has spiritual medium in her name.
Mm-hmm.
She's a very good medium.
It's promising. Brandy Rosenberg.
So let's check out this Brandy Rosenberg. Highly recommended. Great reviews. I reached out to Brandy to speak with someone in my family that had crossed over. Interesting. So she contacts the deceased.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got
Great reviews.
5 stars from everyone who has reviewed her. Do you want to give her a call?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, this is Brandy.
Hi, Brandy. My name is Shane, and I'm a student at Scripps College. And I was hoping to speak to a medium who could help me on a project that I'm working on. I'm doing a documentary about the spiritual energies that we have here on campus, and was hoping to talk to someone who knew more about this realm than I do.
Oh my gosh. Can I please live in this room? Wow, it doesn't get any more cliche than this. But cliche in an appropriate way, if you know what I mean. Okay, so, wow. We have a gentleman sitting here. Have you ever noticed any activity over here? Definitely lounging, definitely reading, definitely observing, he's a decision maker for a lot of people. And he's got a name with a D or something with a D. The president's saying he was the dean. Could that have been back in the day? Words were very, very, very important to this person. Like books and knowledge and words and words and words were highly important to this person. It was more so, once you leave here, you need to be able to have the knowledge to be able to tap into your own knowledge. Can I sit in that chair?
Absolutely.
I feel like I have to ask permission from this gentleman who left their calling card and some change. This is, okay, do we know a Fred?
Perhaps.
It's definitely a Fred attached to this, possibly Frederick. I think it's something to do with money in this town, or helping people with money, or something with money. there was something specific about this person, because I kept getting, no money, no money. Wanted me to know the money was donated, and that's where it eventually came from to build this. And the interesting thing about this is this man had, both these men, even at a time of where people were very conservative and men were over here and women were over here, these men really revered women. They really respected the intellect of a woman. They really respected the power of a woman. They just almost as, not necessarily as equals, but in regards to, we have to pay attention to women just like we pay attention to everybody else. Something about, is there an old car on campus somewhere? Do we know about a classic car? Okay, so something to do with the classic car, and it could have been maybe Bruce. Is that what it is? This was the room of secrets, meaning what was discussed here was kept among the upper echelon or the group of people in here and was not meant to go out. So a lot of, they, to some degree, they had their own, it's like salon.
You mentioned secrets so much that I feel like we should show you the little stone that's in the courtyard that we passed.
Oh my gosh! Wait a minute. Well, there you go. That says everything I have been experiencing ever since I walked in this door. And we have to respect that. First and foremost, I take what I do very seriously. You have to respect the spirit world. Most people a lot of times want to go to scary, dark. No, it's not that at all. It's a space of absolute healing and the opportunity to raise your level of awareness. It's really what it is. And this makes me even want to dig deeper now into the history. This is it. And, Anonymous, are you kidding me?